Number one, we'll touch YouTube.
One says her breasts are bigger and comfy. Just then he tells Nico he has no intention of taking advantage of her, so hold on. He asks if all succubus are the seer. Just then the system tells him Nico's affinity has dropped to 85%. Nico asks what's happening. He keeps talking like that, then he doesn't feel embarrassed. He says when he has been summoned by her, and he hasn't adapted yet, so he needs energy. She asks energy, telling him since he's a blood demon god, then as long as he has blood, he can recover energy. She then shows him her neck, asking him to drink as much as he wants from her. It's an honor that her blood flows within him. Just then he thinks what's happening to him, and why does he feel so much anxiety inside? Is it the natural instinct of his vampire lineage? It seems he can't control himself. His fangs come out, and he bites Nico on her neck. He starts sucking her blood when her affinity increases to 92%. She thinks it's incredible, as now she's completely united with her master. The system tells him he has acquired a new skill. Blood fusion and strength has also increased by 1. After drinking blood, he thinks a new skill, so it works like this too. Let him see what it's all about. Blood fusion is a passive skill. When absorbed, another one. The faceless specters before appeared with their names in green, which meant they didn't pose a challenge. But the butcher's name is in yellow. What does that mean? Does it mean it's a formidable enemy for him? But since fate has given him a second chance, no matter who stands in his way, he must defeat them. Afterwards, Lee is fighting with the butcher, as he hits him thinking this thing is tough. There's no way he's hurting it with just fists and kicks. Lee then uses his ability. Crimson Wine Burn, thinking that was close. These two cover each other well, which makes them a real pain to deal with. Luckily, he managed to grab a weapon from the butcher's back earlier, so as long as he don't drag this into a prolonged fight, he would have enough power to take them down. The butcher attacks him back, but he blocks its attack, saying he's not scared of him. He put 80% of his points to strength, and so if they go head to head it's risky, but he can. He blocks the attack and then disappears when the butcher starts looking around. Just then Lee asks where's he looking at, and then jumps up at him to attack, saying it's too late, react now. He stabs the butcher on its head when the system tells him he leveled up. He says one monster actually made him level up twice in a row. No wonder fighting strong opponents is so addictive. The system tells him he has reached level 10. He has unlocked a new skill, Blood Prison Burial. It summons a blood swamp in the targeted area to slow the enemy, and launches blood blades for heavy damage. The other beast roars when Lee asks what's wrong. Is he upset that his buddy died? He then says his name just turned green. He knows what that means. He's not a match for him anymore. He will send him to join him when the butcher throws his weapon towards Lee. Lee dodges its attack quite easily, saying it's slowing down. He then says he may not have much combat experience, but as a porter he has watched enough battles to know how this works. His strategy is too easy to wait, so let him finish him off with his new skill, Blood Prison Burial. Lee then kills the beast and levels up again. He says even though he already knew what this skill does, seeing it in action still sends chills down his spine. This skill is absolutely brutal. The system tells him he has earned a new title, Undead Slayer. Lee says even the title system is activated. System tells him when equipped this title grants plus 5% damage against undead enemies. After that, Lee says that was risky, but making this much progress in a single day is totally worth it. He then checks his stats, saying at this rate it won't be long before he catches up to Chin at the steel upper class level. Just as he was looking through his stats, the system tells him his daily quest has been generated, so please complete it promptly. He says what could it be, as there got to be a reward for completing it. The system says before the next sunrise absorb fresh blood from at least one opposite sex character to trigger. Each opposite sex character can only trigger blood fusion once, and failure to complete this task will result in a random deduction of 5 attribute points. Lee says a task? Sucking a woman's blood every day. Is this just a vampire thing and the penalty for failing is losing 5 attribute points? That's a terrible deal. He already drained all the succubus in the village yesterday, and now they hit him with this task. Isn't this just screwing him over? He's out here in the middle of nowhere. Where is he supposed to find another woman? Just then he thinks who said there aren't any women left, as he looks at the ghost specters. He thinks even though he already defeated them, they are technically a female ghost. A female ghost still counts as an opposite sex character, so this makes perfect sense. Her blood should work. Just as he drinks blood, the system tells him the target blood has rotted, so he's unable to trigger blood fusion. He says if it's because she's been dead for too long, but there are still plenty of faceless ghosts around here. One of them has to work. After that he tries everyone but fails to trigger blood fusion. He then gets sad saying it's probably because they are undead. Their blood wasn't fresh to begin with. This is all his fault for draining all the succubus blood yesterday, as he got too greedy. He then unleashes his power saying he needs some women. Where the hell is he supposed to find one out here? On the other hand, Nico is lying on his bed saying even though Master isn't here his scent still lingers on this bed. Lying here feels like being in his arms, so it's amazing. Suddenly, she gets a feeling saying it's Master Howard. She gets up quickly saying he must need her right now. Meanwhile, elsewhere 2 guys are sitting inside of a car when one of them says they have been searching all day, and they still haven't found anything. Is he sure he didn't take a wrong turn? The other tells him yesterday there was a strange surge of magic. It only lasted a moment, but he's certain it came from this direction. That magic was unlike anything he has ever seen, so it must belong to some incredibly rare monster species. If they bring it back to the corporation, then they will definitely get promoted and earn a raise. The first one says he said it himself, it's rare, that means they know nothing about it. If they can't handle it, then they're in serious trouble. Just then a woman sitting behind says hesitating doesn't align with their company's fearless spirit. Is this how the corporation trained him? The guy apologizes to her, calling her leader. He says he's just worried because they haven't reported this yet. The lady tells him not to worry because she has got it covered with the corporation. With her here, nothing will happen to him. She's Great City Corporation, Evolution Squad leader, Polar Rose, Li Shui. Shui says they are not the only one who sensed that magic surge. They need to move first and strike before anyone else does. Just as they were driving, Li appears in front of the car. He looks at the car thinking humans. But the magic level is only around tier 2, not very strong. Li gets angry thinking a man. Judging by their setup, they are obviously here to hunt him. Just then Shui walks out of the car saying, there's no way he can take Crimson Curse, and then appears behind Shui. She gets surprised thinking why is he moving that fast when suddenly he holds her. She gets startled thinking what should she do? She has never been in such a situation before. Just then her subordinates asks him to get off their leader. What does he think he's doing to the leader? Shui asks him what is he trying to do and what is his intention. Why is he holding on to her when Li apologizes to her, telling her he can't help himself? He smells her neck and then starts sucking her blood when the system tells him his daily quest is completed and his attributes have been increased. Shui says she has lived this long and not a single man has ever touched her body. She unleashes her power, telling Li not to go too far. Li falls back and hits a tree asking to. Li smiles, saying a woman who says one thing but means another. He sees right through her. Shui gets surprised asking how dare he spout nonsense. She's not saying one thing and meaning another. Li thinks it looks like he guessed it right. If she doesn't truly want to kill him, then he might have a chance to escape. Just then Li notices an attack coming at him, but suddenly Shui blocks the attack asking saying she finally found him. Li asks how did she get here?
Rest of it right here. Well, I will see you in 4 years. No, 4 years actually. Tomorrow is Christmas. So yeah, I'll see you in 4 years. See you then.